Guys, welcome to Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews. I am your host, Boise, and this is NXT Review. Hit the music. So we kicked off the show with Candice LeRae taking on Lacey Evans, and I thought this was a really good kick-off show match, mainly because it did exactly what it needed to do. It showed Candice LeRae have a little bit more fire to herself. I think she's shown it in bits, but this match was a little bit better for that. Showing her emotions in the ring. And Lacey Evans exactly got what she needed. It showed she can keep up with talent like Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, maybe even the current NXT Women's Champion Kairi Sane. This is definitely pushing her up to that main event level soon. Second, it just shows both women are absolutely brilliant. They're not fighting for a title, it's for respect. And let's be honest, I want to see another match between these two because they definitely have the chemistry, and that's very important for a good storytelling. So yes, Lacey Evans did get the victory. It's a big victory for her. I think it's her biggest win in her NXT career, where she used the women's right. I think a brilliant name for a finishing punch is that, the women's right, and that was brilliant. And it was all because Candice LeRae got too angry. She allowed her emotions to take control, and because of what Lacey Evans said to her about being a bad wife, just got into her head. It caused her to lose the match. Definitely shows that there is potential for another rematch, and I wouldn't complain. So for me right now, this is great storytelling. Well done from WWE. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Next up, we had the Forgotten Sons versus a mixture of NXT talent. These are all guys who are NXT sign-ups, but let's be honest, they're jobbers in NXT right now. They're probably going to working on their characters and stuff, and this is their first showing on NXT, but it's all about the Forgotten Sons, and this is exactly what you want to see. These guys are coming off looking like badasses, and that's what I want to see. They feel like a threat to everyone in the tag team division, and they feel like a dangerous faction to be wary of soon. Let's be honest, when it comes to Raker, Blake and Cutler, these guys need to and sound like absolute dangerous beasts, and that's what you want, and that's what the squash match was all about. It was about squashing their opponents easily and putting a message out to the rest of the NXT tag team division, and I want to see what's next, because I think this could really be the shot in the arm. These guys really do need to become one of the biggest teams on NXT, and I think they are going the right way in doing it. Oh yeah, the match itself, nothing special. It's going to get a 7 out of 10, mainly because of it's doing exactly what it wants to do with the Forgotten Sons. Next up, we had Johnny Gargano taking on Tony Nese. Yes, that's Tony Nese from 205 Live, came down to NXT. And I thought this was a damn good match. Tony Nese showing exactly why he's one of the best high flyers. Well, he's a big guy, but can pull off some fantastic high flying moves, which you just don't expect from Tony Nese. Sometimes you just go, that body should not be able to do those kind of things, and yet he is able to do it. It was just a good match. Johnny Gargano just definitely trying to recap his Johnny wrestling persona, and I think it's getting there. I think this was definitely a match Johnny Gargano needed. Tony Nese is not an NXT talent, he's a 205, so it's between NXT and main roster kind of level, and this is definitely the shot in the arm. Again, Johnny Gargano definitely needed. He got the victory. It was a hard fought match. Both men look like they've been drained by it, but it was fantastic to watch. I definitely recommend watching it if you get a chance. The only thing I've got to say, and I think a lot of people have said this as well, the thing is with Johnny Gargano, he's had a fantastic storytelling experience with Tommaso Ciampa, and that rivalry is up there as one of the best, maybe the best rivalry we saw in 2018. But now that it doesn't feel like they know what to do with Johnny Gargano right now. It's like they're trying to keep him away from Tommaso Ciampa, and we know it's going to happen where they're going to go at it one last time. But for right now, it just feels like they know what they're doing with Tommaso, but they just don't know what they're doing with Johnny, and that's the problem. Because that could really damage, Johnny Gargano's credibility. And I hope they do find something to do with him, because he is an absolute talent. But for me, this was a brilliant match. It's going to get an 8 out of 10. Worth the watch, guys. Next up, we got EC3 versus Lars Sullivan. Now, this match had been building up for the last couple of weeks, and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good big man type of match. EC3 came out of the gates absolutely exploding, taking out Lars Sullivan straight away as soon as he got into the ring area, which was fantastic. You want to see that from EC3. He's much smaller than Lars Sullivan. Lars Sullivan's a monster. I want to see him face up against someone like Braun Strowman just to compare the two. But yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from this type of match. EC3 being all on attack, using everything to in his arsenal to take down Lars Sullivan. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Lars Sullivan did get the victory, and that's a bit of a shame, because I don't think Lars Sullivan needed another big victory. I think he needed he could have, his reputation and his momentum could have taken the defeat from EC3. I'm just hoping we get another match where EC3 does get a victory, because EC3 hasn't won a major rivalry, yet since coming to NXT, and that is worrying, because EC3 is an absolute talent and he is great, but they need to start using him properly, because if not, it's going to start going into a territory which we don't want to see from EC3. EC3 has a big fan base in NXT, and the crowd is really behind him. Now, let's be honest, what do we know? Because Andrade Cien Almas was in a very similar position. He was in a bad run, and then somehow, Creative managed to make him probably one of the best NXT champions in a hell of a long time. So that just shows you, maybe this is just a long game from the NXT creative team, and they're just using this right now to rebuild EC3 into an absolute beast. We'll have to wait and see. But for me, it gets a 7 out of 10. It was definitely entertaining, but it wasn't the best match of the night. And there you go, guys, that was NXT. We did get some backstage stuff as well. We did get Bianca Belair and Nikki Cross cut some brilliant backstage promos where they're talking about having another match. I want to see that match again, because the last time was really, really good. And I want Nikki Cross to go over. I want Nikki to be the one who breaks Bianca's undefeated streak on NXT. And next up, we also got Tommaso Ciampa giving a warning to Velveteen Dream, saying, look, if you don't want the dream to end into a nightmare, keep your nose out of my business. I thought this was great. It was a good promo. We also it just shows what NXT can really do with their talent. If you're not using them, in the ring, the promo stuff backstage is really, really good. For me, this week's episode of NXT was really solid. It's definitely moving up rivalries and continuous storylines, which are entertaining right now. We'll just have to wait and see what comes next. There was a good build-up for the triple threat match for Adam Cole, Ricochet and Pete Dunne for the North American title, and I think that's going to be the match of, could be one of the best matches of the year if done right. But what was your best bit of NXT this week, guys? Leave it in the comments below. If you do like our videos, please like, subscribe and follow us. And don't forget to press the bell. What am I saying? Don't forget to press the bell to keep notified with all our latest videos here, because who doesn't want to watch these videos? If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do it. It's at SmackTalkYouTube. And if you want to follow me on Twitter as well, it's at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.